Welcome to Home Team Advantage. I'm Gary Gimbetti along with Mike Egan, and we're back for another week of interesting conversation.
Scared the hell out of me with that.
I gotta do
Woke me
something.
right up.
I woke you up. Yeah,
Well, I
it looked
hate
like
to
you
s-
were dozing off.
Whoops, I didn't offend some of our fans out there.
So we got a lot to talk. Well, yeah, we have a little bit to talk about here. We have playoffs coming up here with softball's already into their Section 7 3A playoffs. Hibbing unfortunately lost to Rock Ridge 10-0 on Tuesday, and they're also playing now. They're playing today at noon against Cloquet in Cloquet, which totally boggles my mind why Cloquet gets.
Is that a double limb? Is that why
Yeah,
they're
it's a
playing
double
two?
elim. And at least Hibbing's fortunate because in like Class A, if you lost your first game,
You're done?
You're done.
No.
Now they go into double elim after the second round.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you. So why did Cloquet get the home game?
They're getting home field
Oh.
for the whole tournament now. Every game is at
Really?
Cloquet right now. Yes,
Wow.
I believe Rock Ridge I think plays at 10, and there's the other winners bracket semifinal is at 10, and then Hibbing plays at noon. Well, along with the other. I hate to say losers bracket, but that's I guess what you call it. I don't know. It's not, you don't want to call teams losers because they're not. But so then I believe that,
Well, the teams aren't losers, but their record is.
well, yeah.
How's that?
But
That work?
if they happen to win that game, then they'll play one of the losers of the semifinal games, probably a 2 or something, or 2 or 4 or something today. So good luck to them. I don't.
Wasn't it a few years ago when the baseball team kind of went back door and got into one of the final, got into the state tournament?
Well, that was 2016. Talk about memories. Wow. I was at that. They were playing Denfeld in Grand Rapids in the championship game.
Are these memories in the corner of your mind?
Yes.
Thank you.
And they were behind, like heading into like the 4th or 5th inning, and then it stormed, and they had to postpone the game.
Next game.
So then they resumed it at that point, and Hibbing actually came back and won that
Okay.
game against Denfeld.
I always thought that there was, they went into the lower bracket after they lost the game, and then they had to come back through that bracket.
Well, yeah, no, I believe that was the case. I don't
Okay.
think they went undefeated through that tournament.
I can't remember my name in the morning, but I can't
You can
remember.
remember that.
That's way back in the corner of
My mind. So yeah, but maybe Cloquet I believe is beatable. So I think if Hibbing doesn't have to worry about pitching. Pitching isn't their problem. It's the ability to
Score runs.
score runs,
Yep.
and they have to attack them. I mean, I saw some over the last week. Moose Lake, Silver Bay, Rock Ridge. I have to give them credit. They hit the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, they really do. And that's the kind of mindset that the softball team needs. Now, they're young, so hopefully, over the next 3 years, they will pick up that mindset, and they should be, because they have Isabella Shea, Grace Esty, and Maddie Walto are dynamite pitchers already, and most of them I think are sophomores. At least sophomores or younger.
Good.
I want to give also Emma McDowell credit because she's the senior on the team and she's a pitcher and she does a very good job as well. But as far as pitching goes over the next 3 years, they're going to be solid.
Good.
So
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah, I hope they do well today. I should go down to Cloquet today at noon.
And hopefully they don't get frustrated by not having a good year this year, and that
Well, yeah, their year
build on that.
it wasn't great year, but it wasn't a terrible year. I mean, they won a few games. They picked up, I don't know, 5 or 6, maybe 7 wins. I'm not sure offhand, but yeah, no, I believe there's potential there, and it should show in the next couple of years. Baseball team went to Superior, I believe, Monday, and I still have to write that one up. But they beat Superior 5-4, and that's a good win in the Lake Superior Conference, and Superior is usually pretty good. But then they went to Duluth Marshall yesterday and got beat 6-0, which probably isn't all that bad. I mean, I can't remember how many hits they had.
Well, they had the highlights on WDIO last night, but it looked like they were playing at Wade Stadium
Well, I'm
Is that
sure
what
they
it's
were.
called?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
in Duluth.
yeah. So Marshall is usually ranked in the top 5
Yeah.
in the state, and they've been really good over the past few years. So, that it's unfortunate they couldn't score a run, but
Well, it seems like they always have very good pitching at Marshall.
oh, sure, certainly very good, and they've got very good offense and defense as well. So
They give the Twins a run for their money.
yeah, they could probably do that. No doubt. And now today they have Grand Rapids over there, which I don't know how much of an effect that's going to have on seeding, but Rapids beat us 6-4 here a couple of weeks or a week or two ago. And hopefully they can go over there and knock
Return
Rapids
the
off.
favor?
Yeah, and head into the playoffs, which will start next week on a positive note.
At least the weather's changed a little bit, so it's
Well.
actually sort of baseball weather.
Yeah, hopefully it does. Hopefully it stays this way now the rest of the spring, whatever left is spring and summer. Well, obviously summer's going to be nice, but I guess you never know.
You never know. Just like you never know what Gary's gonna come with our official sponsor, Caribou Coffee.
Yeah,
He's got some,
lemonade with a couple shots of blue raspberry in there.
oh,
Doesn't look blue, but
you sure it's raspberry?
I don't know. Maybe it
Is
isn't.
it good?
Yeah,
Good.
it tastes very good. Well, because they keep getting rid of the drinks I like, and the employees there are all fantastic. They have nothing to do with the menu, but they keep getting rid of the drinks that I like and they haven't brought the new ones in yet, so we'll see what
Well,
happens.
It's funny you mention it because not to change the subject, but I am like I usually do. I took my granddaughter to Starbucks when they were at Rock Ridge for a track meet, and we're standing in line for 35 minutes.
Ooh.
And you get up there, and the girl goes, "Well, I'm sorry, we don't have this. We don't have cream. We don't have. I can't just go back in the freezer and get a carton of cream and bring it up here and make. No, we have to have Starbucks stuff."
Oh, okay.
But it was funny. Half the people in line would get in line and they order it. Oh, we don't have that. No, we don't have
Oh,
that. Oh, we
wow.
don't have that.
Well,
Or we don't make that anymore. They have a drink like this, but they don't make it. And whose decision is that? That's corporate.
Yeah, that is. It's corporate decisions. Track, we'll go there. Track was at Bemidji last night. The boys placed, I said, fourth out of 4 teams, and the girls were third out of 4 teams. I did not look at more of the results today, but Bryn Babbage looked like she had a good day. Hannah Farnsworth had a very good day.
Good.
Who was the other one in the hurdles? Hattie Escalay in the 300 hurdles. I believe Hannah was first in the 300, and Hattie was third.
Okay.
She's coming off an injury, however, which hopefully now she's all healed up and getting back in shape. But that's got to be hard. I mean, not being able to.
It amazes me when they run the hurdles. I mean, first of all, I couldn't step over one.
Without pulling your hamstring.
Without pulling a hammy, and then they're running as fast as they can and jumping over. And there's an actual. I was watching. Was it last week before? Some young man was practicing his jumping over the hurdle, and but you didn't need the hurdle to do it. It's amazing how they get that. It just
Yeah, no, those athletes, especially the ones in the Olympics, those guys are goofy, crazy good.
Yeah.
Tennis. Of course, they lost to Rock Ridge in the finals of Section 7A, I think. I'm not sure. It's either A or AA, one or the other. I can't remember. There's so many of them. In the individual tournament, I know he had Whitaker Rewerts advanced into today in singles. He's in the semifinals, I believe,
And those are being held.
at Cloquet.
Okay.
And maybe I'll go down there today. Maybe
There you
I'll
go.
by there. And then I think he had a doubles team. I think Isaiah Hildenbrand and Tyler Fisher advanced into the second day, I
Good.
think, in the semis. So he's got the possibility of getting 3 guys to the state. We'll
If-
see
if-
how they do today.
If they don't run into Rock Ridge again, right?
Well, I don't know. Well, this individual thing's a little different than the team, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure they'll at some point they're going to have to face someone from Rock Ridge in the finals or semis, whatever. But good luck to those two. The kid from Cloquet, though, is not going to lose. He's very good.
Because the boys tennis team from Rackridge is in the state tournament for like, what, 5th year in a row or
Yeah,
something?
like 6 or 7 or 8 of them. I
Oh.
mean, somewhere in there. So,
See, it pays to have that indoor court.
you know, it does. Hint, hint.
Yeah, and for all you politicians watching our show,
Yeah, come on. Dish out some money up here.
you guys with the big money. Maybe we should be like, no, I'm not think I get it too political. Never mind.
Why not? At least find a donor. We should have at least a donor up here that could give us millions of dollars
Sure.
to build a facility.
There's got to be a government employee down there that could, funnel a little money towards
Funnel.
us. Maybe for our show too, we could get
Yeah.
a sponsor on the background here.
Yeah.
Where are we today?
And then
Oh, the ballpark.
ballpark. Okay. Is that might do it?
Yeah.
For high school stuff. And what are we? Well, baseball, softball,
A little league,
tennis.
a little league, and that has started up
They'll be
already.
starting.
Miracle League will start I think we're starting the 26th of May. So that's going to be up and running, and looking forward to that. So
And Legion and VFW will
Legion
start.
after that.
Seedings of our baseball playoffs will come out probably Saturday, so we'll find out where Hibbing's playing or where they're going. And maybe they're at home. I mean, maybe they're at home for the first round, which would be kind of nice.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
What else is there?
I'm going to just mention we had 2 signings yesterday, national letters of intent to go to Gustavus Adolphus. Both of them are going there. Rainey Gibson for swimming, and Brielle Radovich is going for dance. Yes.
Great.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously you said your mother obviously is one of the dance instructors in town, and
I didn't say that. Ron did.
Ron did. Okay, Ron said that.
She's the owner.
She's
She's the owner of Steph's. What is it? Steph's.
Japanese dance shop.
And she's
Stephanie.
been dancing since she was 2, you said?
Her daughter, yeah.
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 That's great. That's good.
No,
It's
that's
nice.
that's a first for me to interview somebody who is going for something other than a
sports.
a sport.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying dance isn't a sport, but it's not
Well,
your classical what you think that kids sign national letters of intent. So
and it's good that the colleges have that availability to give someone a scholarship for the arts.
mhm.
But on the other hand, too, you're just as good an athlete as a dancer as you are hockey or swimmer.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever it is.
definitely.
So,
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt it's a lot of work.
that's why we're not athletes, because neither one of us can dance.
We have 2 left feet. Is that what they say?
And no rhythm.
You should come to their recital and their showcase, which will be on June 11th and 12th.
Okay.
Okay, their recital and showcase is on June 11th and 12th at I would assume the
High
school auditorium.
Yeah.
So kind of hit that if you get the opportunity
Gotta
to
get
do.
tickets.
You have
Yeah,
to
have
get
tickets.
tickets.
So you ever get a feeling that it's like God talking to us?
I know, it's the
sometimes?
disembodied
Yeah.
voice.
Oh, what are-
So congratulations to those 2 deserving individuals for moving on. And then there'll be some other signings.
From the spring.
I think, I know one of them is Bryn Babbage will be running somewhere, but I don't remember where. And then Braden Rewards is signing. He'll sign to
Superior,
play
right?
baseball. I think it might be at UWS.
Good.
But that's where his sisters went too as well. So they got a kind of a
Family tradition.
family tradition of
Yeah.
going to UWS.
That's great.
So, but they have not signed yet, and there will be stories coming out on these 2 in the coming days here. And
We only got, what, 3 weeks till graduation? 2 weeks?
yeah, somewhere in there. It's already Memorial Day weekend.
June
This
5th is
weekend.
graduation night. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, again, congratulations to
Time flies.
Brielle and Rainey. We kind of joked with Rainey about now she's going to have a coach other than Mike Venziano.
Yeah.
And then I think, what did her mother say? He's almost like Venziano.
Yeah, the new coach that she's going to swim for is like Vindy, I guess.
So, no,
I hate to break the news, but there is nobody like
like
Vindy.
Venziano. No, he's one of a kind,
Yes.
and it's a good kind. All right.
Well, do you want to get into it, or do you want to just call it quits now?
Yeah. Well, no, now we finally have a little bit of opportunity to really, I guess, sink our teeth into.
Okay. I want to just comment real because I heard in the comments when listening to the Fox Sports, and they said that this Wimby is going to be the future of the NBA. That nobody in the NBA can control him or contain him, and that he's just like a man amongst men. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No.
I mean, if he's a man amongst boys, then that makes sense.
Well, and then the one guy, the next comment is, "Yeah, if he falls on you, you really get to feel how good he is."
Well, I don't know.
I sure handled him last night.
Well, they did. And I don't like either team, to be honest with
No.
you, but I'm so sick of hearing about Victor Wembanyama that it's driving me nuts every time I hear his name. Allegedly, the Spurs are going to win the next 7 or 8 championships in the NBA. 'Cause
And
he's
he's
so
going to
good.
win the Olympics too, because no one can contain him
Oh, yeah.
when he plays for.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck playing the United States. Now, I know they gave him a game in the last Olympics, but good luck. That's all I can say. But yeah, the Timberwolves, Tim Conley's got a mess there. He's going to have to figure something out.
Yeah. You think Finch is going to be gone?
No, I don't think Finch should be gone at all. It didn't sound like he handled his team very well down the stretch. From what I've been hearing, I mean,
You got guys making $30 million a year,
Mhm.
and you got to tell me you got to coddle them to make
Well,
sure they play right.
They have to play well, like the Wild too. But you got to play in system, and if they guys weren't playing in system, that's probably on the coach.
But then you have to draft, or you have to get guys, whether free agency or not, that want to play within your system. I think that's what I just went blank on his name. The coach for the Lakers and the Knicks at the time, or the Bulls.
Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not Janet.
No, not Janet Jackson. I think Stu Jackson. No, I don't
That's
remember. Stu Jackson. I don't remember his name. Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
That was his name. Well, yeah. I mean, but they also had Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And if Anthony Edwards wants to get to that level, then he's got to start playing to that level.
Yeah.
And he has to play some. I don't know if he plays defense or not. I honestly don't know.
Anybody in the
Well, yeah, they do. When the Wolves want to play defense, they can play defense.
Well, they sure played a lot of good defense when Ant was on the bench
Well,
when they won that first
whatever,
year.
yeah, whatever.
But if you were a GM, who would you keep and who would you get rid of? And would you go after the alphabet man
Alphabet
from
man from Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
It's too tough. I don't know. Jaden McDaniels would probably have to go.
Randall?
Nas Reed, maybe. I don't know. Julius Randle has to go, and Rudy Gobert.
So if you had Reed, Nas Reed, or Rudy, which one you go?
Well, I'd rather keep Nas Reed.
Because he can shoot the three,
Yeah.
which ruined the NBA.
Well, that's true. I like to see Nas maybe play inside a little more and then go out every once in a while and shoot threes. But that's.
But both him and sorry, I mean interrupt you. Both him and Rudy, I don't know how the hell he got Defensive Player of the Year for the last couple of years.
Well, he didn't get it this year, obviously, but last year he did. No, I can see why. He's intimidating, and they're evidently not as intimidating as Wembanyama. But
As long as they're within 4 feet of the basket, you take him outside the free throw line, he can't
no,
do anything.
he doesn't have the footwork.
No.
And it's too slow at times. And
But what does Alex do now?
well, I don't know. I honestly can't tell you there
No.
about the Wolves. The Wild, on the other hand, I heard it this morning, and how true this is, I don't know. But it sounds like either Austin Matthews or Connor McDavid would like to come here.
Oh wow,
No, you're not going to get both of them.
No.
That would be a pipe dream.
no.
But what do you have to give up to get them? That's the question.
Yeah.
Now, again, this is secondhand news. I mean, this guy, I heard it from a source he has it's a put it this way, it's 50-50 chance that you could get one or the other if you want them.
Well, their big thing is they got to figure out how they're going to keep their defenseman that they got in the middle of the year. It's his contract.
Well, no, he's good for another year.
Oh, is he good for another year?
He's
Okay.
good for another year.
I'd like to see his brothers come play.
Well, that's also been talked about, and he said he liked it here, would like to stay here, but again, work out the money. I mean,
Yeah.
Kirill's getting a lot of money, and they got to pay. Boldy's getting a lot of money, so you got to work your finances around all that,
But-
obviously.
One player on that team, I think, deserved what he got paid is Bowie.
Hmm.
I mean, he had a really good year. He had a really good Olympics. Final playoff,
Yeah, he was kind of non-existent in that Colorado series.
but they kind of took him out of his game too, just like Kaprizov.
Well, I think he got taken out of his game because Eriksson Ek wasn't in the lineup.
That could be.
And you told me I owe Eriksson Ek and Jonas Brodin an apology because I was wondering why they're not playing because it's the playoffs. Well, Ek broke his heel, okay, and Brodin, I believe, fractured his
the toe.
toe. So I owe you not that you're going to hear this, but I owe you an apology because it's kind of hard to play on when your bones are broken.
Well, I'm glad you're doing that because the email I got from the two of them was really,
Sure they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
Okay.
I'll send him the link.
Yeah, please do so. Because I like both players. I mean, I heard John Hines say he didn't think that was the reason why they lost this morning. He was being interviewed by Paul Allen. Because you still have other guys out there that have to do their jobs.
yeah.
But I think that's, at least a 50%
Yeah.
problem that they had was not having those two in the lineup. So whatever. But no, there was a team, that was a team that got out of system. And and even John Hines said that in an interview after a game. They didn't play the way they were supposed to play.
They didn't play the way they played that, was it first game or second game, where they took the body, they were hitting people, the Flamingo brothers were hitting people. And after that, they went away from it.
Mhm.
So,
So
I mean, you got a guy that's 6'7" that should be able to hit somebody once in a while.
definitely. So
But they still need an enforcer.
well, I think they have enough of those. I think the Nick and Marcus can be considered that, and then McCarron. I don't know if he got how many scrapes
I don't think he got
he
any.
got into any. But I don't know if that's his game.
No.
So I don't want to take that away from him. But yeah, I mean it's going away. It's getting away from that in the NHL now, I think. Just because you don't see any fights in the playoffs.
Well, they want to make it more family oriented.
Yeah. Regular season, let them go.
Yeah.
Playoffs come, you can't afford to take stupid penalties.
Yeah.
Especially when your penalty kill is not good.
On the other hand, Gary, fighting is part of the game. Sometimes it's a ploy they use to get the team fired up. They'll go out and if they get into a fight, again, that's part of the game. But like you said, they get into the playoffs, then all of a sudden everybody's going to be critiquing the game and they can't be fighting, they can't be. I mean,
No.
leave the game alone. Let the game be. Quit screwing things up like they did the NFL. So, anyways, sorry.
All right.
Twins.
Joe Ryan pitched a gem yesterday, evidently. It's 4-1 win over
Yep.
Houston. Now Houston's not
Not as
the
good.
Houston of old, but still, they're still decent. So that was a good win. They won the first game of the series. Then the second game, Zebby Matthews made one mistake
The first inning.
in 6 innings
Yep.
that he pitched, and the guy hit a home run, and the Twins just couldn't score runs.
Right.
This Connor Prelip is a left-handed starter, has looked good over his, I don't know how many starts he's had, 2, maybe 3. He's looked really good. So the starters are fine. Is when Tosh Bradley and Mick Abel come back. I think they have a decent starting staff.
Bullpen.
But the bullpen, I see they sent, we'll get to these other two, but the Topa, they sent him down.
Yep.
Because he came in that first Houston game with 6-0 lead and gave up 3 runs right
Yeah.
away. And then obviously Orza came in and he did kind of shut their bats down, but I don't think he's been all that good this year
No.
either. And
What do you think of that rule that if they bring in a relief pitcher, he has to pitch to at least 3 batters?
I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, well, because they want to shorten the game up.
Right.
Because you could switch pitchers every
yeah,
batter,
yeah.
I suppose, if you wanted to. Well, that's the way it used to be. No, but they sent Royce Lewis and Matt Wallner down to St. Paul. How are your thoughts on that?
Well, as I said in our pre-meeting, that Royce Lewis came out with a comment last week that they're just waiting for me to do something wrong because they want to get rid of me because they don't like me here.
Oh,
So that's why they pay you millions of dollars, because they don't like you. Like you said, they got to learn to hit the ball. When you get up to the plate and your strikeout ratio is better than your walk ratio.
40%, I think, on one. At least both of them are up above 35% strikeout rate.
And I just, Royce, he plays a good third base, but I think they counted on him to hit a few more home runs and at least get some hits. And it seems like every time they got somebody on base, he's up to bat and he strikes out or he pops it up or he does something. It doesn't produce anything. So
no, and Wallner is definitely a good right fielder.
Yeah.
He's got a strong arm, but again, like you said, he swings at too many pitches out of the strike zone, and you just can't have that.
Yeah.
Now I'll give Trevor Larnach credit because he's increased his walk rate and decreased his strikeout rate because he's not swinging at junk.
Yep.
So I got to give him a lot of credit. I think Byron Buxton, he's having a great year, but I think he gets a little too wild.
Byron?
Sometimes. Yeah, Byron.
Is he playing again?
Yeah, he
Oh.
actually played the other night. So, but he had a hip flexor or something. I don't know,
geez.
but
What he brushed the third base coach running by.
yeah, but yeah. So, hey,
We'll see what happens.
yeah.
They got the summer coming, so we'll see how well they do. And it only costs like $10 to go see a Twins game now, so maybe we'll take a game in.
Take a game in. All right, we've come to the end of another show. For Mike Egan, I'm Gary Giambetti. We'll see you again on Home Team Advantage.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support. Up North Lettering specializes in embroidery and heat vinyl press applications, along with patches and letter jackets. For more information, call them at 218-966-7850. HPAT would like to thank them for their donation and support.